Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading / oracle card reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something and maybe better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate, please do release them, push them aside, assume they're going out to someone else who needs to hear them. It might just resonate for you in the future. Trust your own intuition above all else because you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. For Capricorn. Let's go ahead and set the intention to get Capricorn some clear, helpful, and insightful messages wherever they are currently at on their spiritual path. All right. I'm going to do a couple oracles to start. For Capricorn, what's their energy? We are in eclipse season, so happy eclipse season, guys. Full moon lunar eclipse around March 25th. So South Node is in Libra. North Node is in Aries, so we always move towards the North Node. Of course, you all have that natal placement in your own chart, and the North Node will be in different areas, but collectively, we are all experiencing a push and pull there, but especially a pull towards Aries energy. So, let's do it. All right, first oracle. The purpose of spiritual evolution is to remove the blockages that cause your fear. Yeah, as a Saturn-ruled sign, Saturn has a lot to do with fear. It also has a lot to do with mastery over time, right? You know, essentially becoming the teacher through your own growth and learning. And then for the love oracle, this is called Cupid's Arrows oracle cards for those who are interested. This says putting in the work, Capricorn. You would. This says action that helps achieve your goals, building the path to success. So that may or may not be romantic, right? I mean, you can interpret that in multiple ways. And then oracle card coming through is the bee, like bees to honey. Let's see what it says. A buzzing. There's almost like an annoyance in your ear. And I don't mean that literally for most of you. It's almost like you're feeling like the drive or the calling to go do something, and it's like you're resisting it or hesitating because you're not sure. It's like your way in or your angle in or your approach in. You're not sure how to get there, and so you're hesitating and stalling. But that North Node in Aries is saying just go. You'll figure it out. Learning through the process, not needing to show up, being perfect or knowing everything. Let's see what the bee says. It is air energy, right? So it can be flighty, it can be free. So this says earnest, hardworking, and democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have a bustling, joyous personality until they're too tired from all the work, and then they gripe, and then they sting. When in balance, this card can mean content, active, and vibrant. When out of balance, it means you are overworked and annoyed. To bring it into balance, take a mini vacation. All right, so we'll keep those cards in mind as we move through your tarot reading. We are going to use tarot cards. But yeah, let's see what comes up. There is something about moving through fear in order to initiate or start. Maybe it's a project, maybe it's a team dynamic, maybe it's a conversation that has to be had with air energy. Others of you, it's like an opportunity that you see value in. It's something you want to move towards, but like metaphorically, it's almost like you're afraid you're going to get stinged or stung, rather, sorry. Like if you do it wrong, it's like you don't want to feel the negative repercussions for taking some sort of risk. But knowing you, Capricorn, it would be a calculated risk for most of you. I don't think you're just like, throwing your hat in the ring in something that's very like, unplanned or not thought out. I think this is something that it could even be for many years you've been considering or contemplating doing this. Yeah, interesting. And it may have to do with home or residence or moving. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see what the tarot cards have to say. All right, tarot, help guide us. What does Capricorn need to hear during this lunar eclipse? What might be coming in for for them, something they might be able to anticipate or expect or energies to be working through? Good Lord, Capricorn. Major moves, major conversation, reestablishing some sort of balance and harmony in a relationship or a connection. It's coming up under the bee, so this might involve an air sign too. An important discussion that needs to be had. All right, Judgment to the Fool. So this is revisiting something and starting to see it from a new perspective. This is taking control of your mental energy, your mind, the thoughts you're telling yourself, and understanding what is holding you back and being able to liberate yourself from that. For a lot of you, it's not a person or a situation, it's your own thoughts that are holding you back. You're moving towards the sun, baby. I love that. You're moving towards happiness. You're moving towards personal growth and freedom. You're starting to incorporate or lean into opportunities that offer you more joy. I'm hearing the word prosperity, but joy, abundance, youthful energy. It's more of like a lighthearted sort of exhale energy. It doesn't always have to be serious, but true to Capricorn form, then you have this teamwork, Three of Pentacles. So it's like, it's both. I don't want to say work hard, play hard. I think it's enjoy work and enjoy playing. I don't think it has to be hard per se. And maybe there's fear regarding that. Like, what happens if I let loose the tight grip I have on something? What if I decide to enjoy the success and abundance that I built around me and quote unquote, take a day off? Or I'm hearing the word loosen the grip of something rather than being so serious or so regimented. There might be a need to kind of I'm hearing the word shimmy, kind of find your footing and approach it in a more, what's a good word for it? Give it a longer leash, give it a little bit more freedom. Maybe that has to do with your employees or your coworkers, or there's a stepping back and watching things work because you've already metaphorically trained it, or you've already, it's coming through almost as like a dog metaphor. What happens when you turn your back? Are you worried that whoever or whatever you're not looking at is going to, what is that expression? When the cat's away, the mice will play, or whatever the expression is. I don't think it's that. I think there's a need to appreciate what you've built and allow yourself a break. I'm hearing the word reprise. I don't even know what that is. Rest. Enjoy it. Take a mini vacation. That was some of your advice here. I think there's a fear of stepping away, or a fear of stepping down, or a fear of going off to pursue something else because what will happen if I don't keep a strict eye on this? And I think the universe is saying it's fine. You've created some sort of system or network that works on its own. So it's you don't have to stand there watching it and monitoring it. And that's coming from a place of fear. I think you're being asked to trust. You delivered the goods. You set this up for success. So yeah, there's almost an Eight of Cups energy. Be proud of what you built, but there's something else you're wanting to pursue, and I think it's something that you're very passionate about, or something that could be very fun. This could also be putting more time and effort into your family life, or your relationship, your partnership, your love life, something like that. Because then you have the Knight of Cups. If for those of you who are already in a romantic coupling or partnership, this might be taking time to heal old wounds, or it could also be with family members, bringing more time and attention to something that needs soothing, and it does have to do with emotions. Maybe it's self-imposed, or limitations that have been self-imposed in terms of allowing you to love. You love yourself included, but love others. This might be taking more time to build and forge stronger relationships with friends and families, with your romantic counterpart, and to heal something. I'm not necessarily saying there was a big blowout or fight. I don't sense that. There could just be sort of that agitation of feeling like you don't spend enough time with your person. You guys, it's always your plan to, go off and do a weekend getaway together, and you never make it happen. This might be the time to make it happen. I do think with this North Node in Aries for you, Capricorn, it is striking out and doing something a little bit different. I just sort of see that, and it might actually surprise people. I don't know if it's going to shock people, but yeah, it's some of you change your mind about something. You do want to go revisit something that was talked about in a previous conversation, or revisit an opportunity that you had walked away from or declined. For some of you, it's romantic. For some of you, it has to do with a Scorpio or a Libra. Or a Leo, Pisces. There's a lot of signs coming through here, but Judgment here, it's going back to approach something with fresh eyes. And for a lot of you, again, it does have to do with changing your mind and changing your internal narrative about something. But whatever this is you're changing your mind about or revisiting, you're coming at it with a new light and bringing a positive vibe to it. And so that's what's going to be mirrored back to you. You may have had to go through a period of growth before you were ready to take on this new project, this new chapter, this new challenge, this new partnership, whatever it is. Partnership is coming through here for sure. There's a very strong team dynamic. And I'm also wanting to say, if this is a workplace thing, it's like you can rely on your teammates. You can delegate work and responsibility if it allows you some sort of opportunity to travel or for freedom or to build something in your own personal life. There's people in charge that you can trust, and like they're not going to let you down. You've trained them well, or they have a lot of respect for you. There's a good trusting loyalty in this partnership. So if you ask your colleague, hey, like I'm going to go away for the weekend, can you pick up the slack on my thing and I'll hit you back later? Yeah, sure, cool, go do it. And there is something being healed here. So for a lot of you, it's just this idea of like an opportunity that maybe in the back of your head you felt like you missed out on, or something you should have gone after. You didn't miss out on the opportunity at all. With the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, something is coming back around for a second chance. It could be a date. It could be an offer to build some sort of connection with a person. What's interesting, though, is if this does have to do with a scenario where someone had asked you out or approached you about a job or whatever, and you had previously declined and said, no, I'm not ready, I'm not in a place to date, this, that, and the other thing, you may circle back to this person and catch them off guard. There might be a little bit of a surprise element to when you return to this, because they have their back towards you. Not in a bad way, not in a way where they're not interested in communicating. In fact, I think they would be very excited to communicate with you, but there's almost like a dark horse energy here for you, Capricorn, where you're coming in and this person doesn't even anticipate it. I think they're at least going to engage in a conversation with you. I can't necessarily say if they're still free and available. I think so. I don't see any cards indicating that they wouldn't be. But for some of you, if it's not romantic, it just has to do with revisiting a conversation that's going to bring a lot of healing and allow you to sort of bring some sort of conclusion, really, Annie? Bring some sort of conclusion or closure to an issue that it has kind of been weighing on you here and there. It hasn't been like an obsession. It's not that it's been occupying your time and distracting you from other responsibilities, but it's always kind of been there, and the universe is saying you have a fantastic opportunity where you have the allowance of time, you have the grace period to go do something for yourself personally, because whatever is going on at work, it's in a good spot. It's in a good spot. So this is a great chance for you to take advantage of some sort of opportunity that you're wanting to either revisit, to heal, to build something in your personal life, to maybe it has to do with like your own health and wellness, building something in your daily regimen, your daily routine that's gonna help you exercise more, eat better, whatever it is. It could be something to do with your health with the Sun card coming through. Not to mention pursuing avenues of creativity and creative expression. I think that came through earlier. It's funny. It's like, all right, I shouldn't say it's funny, like not in a mocking way, but what's giving a lot of you fear is doing something that you may view as like superfluous or unnecessary or silly or, I can't take time off work to do that. And the universe is like, yes, you can. Like life is also about enjoyment. It's not all about work. Like quite literally like the worker bee, right? That's sort of a phrase we use every now and then. All right, what else can I tell Capricorn? It's possible for some of you there could be someone coming back into your life to offer an apology or to bring a healing conversation to something where you guys are really able to make positive strides forward now. There could be someone, and this could be you. This is probably you, but feel free to invert the message. There is someone coming through here who's like, they're more serious about building with you this time. If before they were a little bit flighty or flaky or on the fence or just kind of indecisive, not knowing what they want, they have a new perspective and they know what they want and they want to move forward. They want to build. And there's going to be a lot of like joy here. I think for some of you, it could even be like happy tears, but there's like oh my God, okay, good. Like we're on the same page now. We can exhale. There could be conversations about having children or starting a family, or conversations just about the child, what school you're sending them to, or you know what I mean, like positive conversations about a child and their growth, their happiness, their development, their creativity. Some of you have a child who's like a budding artist, and they may get some sort of happy news about, it could be acceptance into a college. It could also just be like, maybe they're in primary school. It's like your kid, they get their work hung up on the board that week, like they get sort of the achievement of like artist of the week in, kindergarten or whatever, whatever it is. I don't know if that's a thing, but some sort of exciting news about your child or some sort of recognition about your child and their artistic abilities is coming through. And so with that, some of you may revisit a conversation if your child is, more high school, college level, about wanting to actually make good on some sort of career path towards something slightly unusual or alternative or more of like an artist's path. And maybe you had hesitations or there's a better word for that. You had misgivings about that initially, and maybe this is your parent, Capricorn, right? If your parent is very like anti, starving artist life, right? And understandably so. But if anyone's going to make like starving artist life work, I feel like it's Capricorn, because you'll never be starving. Like you're too practical and responsible to put yourself in a position where you're struggling to make ends meet, for most of you anyway, right? So yeah, taking the creative path, taking the artistic path for some of you. Whoa. Take those two. So the fifth house, moving towards your passion. The fifth house has to do with what we do for pleasure, what we do for fun. It's the house of sex, right? Sex for pleasure, whereas, eighth house is like sex for reproduction. Fifth house has to also do with like playing games. It has to do with our sports, our hobbies, our passions, our creativity. It's Leo energy. So shine your light, share your authentic voice, whatever makes you feel inspired and enthusiastic and like you're having a good time. That's what you're being asked to go towards. Not to mention Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. It's like, let me just read this to you. Enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign culture, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. Fifth house, performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, passion, pleasure, parties, children, humor, romance, and disco ball. These are two of like the happiest cards you can get, like Jupiter and the fifth. It's about expanding our lives to incorporate more fun and more pleasure. Double your pleasure, double your fun. You guys remember that commercial? With double mint gum. All right, I'm going to leave you there, Capricorn. Thanks for joining me today. Please show me some love and hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate it if you want to leave a positive comment or even an emoji. That would help this reading find a greater audience on YouTube. Helps my channel grow, and that's my goal. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and you'll be alerted when I post readings in the future. And if you want more content from me, I am on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for joining me today, Capricorn, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.